Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the AMD Onslaught Legends Series Season 4. Today joined here by Phil for our last playday of the first phase, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, first teams have been eliminated already, but two teams still fighting for 6th place. We'll see both of them playing later, but today we start with a banger of a matchup, Hit versus CASHBACK, one of our all-time favorites. Both of those teams fairly at the top of the table. Not at the very top, but doing pretty well. Also having won the last playday in the last match where they were up 2-0 and then got kind of reverse swept there. But yeah, upcoming match, Hit versus CASHBACK. We mentioned it, the Polish team of Hit with, well, recent addition, Barbarian, and obviously CASHBACK, also a fully Ukrainian team. You can see Barbarian there on the right side. CASHBACK has had their ups and downs, definitely a team that came into the season with quite some shake-up in terms of lineup, but I think they have found their footing and they should not be counted out.
No, of course they're going to need a little bit more time again because, you know, they had to adjust. Franek, standout player for hit and run, always very consistent, very rarely making a mistake. Plays the 140, plays the E4, and he plays it pretty good.
I think I saw in his stats he had like 20 games played and 17 or 16 of them were 140. Community predictions going in favor of Hit, but I would say a rough 60-40 or 2/3 to 1/3 is not necessarily doing CASHBACK justice. On the other hand, we have seen Hit winning another 3-0 against Kirillo, while CASHBACK had some struggles and yeah, clawed back from the 0-2 against Vortex. Still a bit of a shaky performance and with previous losses to both Yogurt. But yeah, Hit really needs to show up because they have also had some not so great matches against better teams, especially against Weekend. So
But that was the only time they really slipped up though.
I mean, let's be honest, the Mafia match was everything else but clean.
Sure. But it was a win. That's interesting. All right. So this is something we haven't seen for a long time, if ever. Hit and run. Double type 5 heavy, an object 140, and four VZTDs. It was 5, but they switched one.
Yeah, and then E4 meta being brought by CASHBACK. We see 44s, a VZTD, 140, and a 430U. Interestingly enough that we have a round where both teams pick VZ, but I have to say the E4 can be annoying for the VZ if you try to like gun block or something, the heat shells, even with obviously the AP shells of the VZTD also being really good. I think Franek managed to put in one into Mindbreaker, takes one in return from Liberty, trades back, and the initial trade slightly in favor of hit and run. But so far not very critical.
Yeah, so far nothing too extreme. No massive amounts of damage dealt. The Inspire gets popped for the side of CASHBACK. Panzerfuhrer and Barbarian taking the city. And of course, you know, there's got to be some reason why they opted for the VZTD. You know, 395mm a pen is pretty good against a Type 5 as well, but CASHBACK doesn't have any of those.
I mean, we saw, was it W? I think it was W playing the 5 times Type 5 on Ensk. It was very weird, to be honest, how they pushed out of the cap circle and then lost like 6,000 HP or something. But I think Type 5 is definitely a worthwhile pick on this map. In the meantime, you saw one of the VZs, I think it was Barbarian, putting one shot into the medium tank, approaching the point of interest on the 9 line.
It was the guy on A9 actually that was it. Barbarian then put the strike.
There too.
Yeah, but Barbarian's in the city. So it was Katsai.
That's why he has the recharge.
Yeah, Katsai shot him from 9 line together with Monster, so they had one angle, like angles on every part of the information tower, and then Barbarian striked him as well. So that denies the info though. I think right now CASHBACK does not know about 3 VZTDs, I think. They don't know about the Barbarian.
I mean, they know that, yeah, they know that there are tanks.
Yeah, but not which
someone... Exactly.
I mean, if it comes to a pure fight though, like if it comes down to a DPM fight, you could say that the Inspire will make the difference, which is true. Good shot from Barbarian.
Barbarian put another
6
good
seconds
one,
left, though. Little will be forced to block. There's the decap with the strike. He'll still be forced to block. But if it comes to a pure fight, not counting in the Inspire, the VZTD has great DPM compared to that E4. Good shot as well from DJ. Of course, Liberty. Yeah, the HP is horrible. It's minus 6k already for CASHBACK. Good shot there from Mindbreaker, but right now, so ooh, that's big damage. Minus 1.1 on that E4 as well, taking a beating. Now DJ looking as well, Vladislav missing, and right now CASHBACK very confused, very chaotic movement. Maybe the information tower getting denied, it really ruins them, because right now look at them getting pressured back into their own base, and look at where Hidden Run is. Hidden Run has E0 and is sitting in front of the base of CASHBACK, looking for the knockout punch as well. The strike comes in, will only hit on once, 300 minimum amount of damage, but in return though, those VZTDs with the DPM now moving in. The 430U goes down on the other side. Panzer Fury will fall, but it's still 6,000 HP lead for Hidden Run. Barbarian leading on the front. They want to pick up this Inspire as well, and it's actually a two-pronged attack from the field and from the city. The perfect pincer movement on towards CASHBACK, who seem very confused in round number 1. What exactly is going on?
Yeah, a great ram kill there as well by Barbarian. Hadn't reloaded yet, but used the ability to get some extra speed. And this looks like a very good pickup here by Hit and Run. I have to say, very methodical. They did a very good job positioning their tanks in a way that they could, together with the RT strike as well, prevent the information gain on the side of CASHBACK, then punish the bit delayed approach from the 430U. And now with the full pressure, you mentioned it, coming both from the field side and from the cities, while not even fully giving up the rails, they secured a very convincing first round.
Yeah, cooking strategy working out. The 4 VZTDs with the Type 5 and the 140. I mean, both teams have their own Inspires. So in a pure DPM fight, which means that the VZTDs should be superior.
And Franek also was able to put some shots at the very beginning. You might remember he put 2 shots in, so he kind of stacked up the ability immediately. And yeah, very solid performance of the team. You can see when everyone deals at least some damage. Panzer the first one to drive in, but everyone doing their fair share. And Ketzai there, top damage. He put some initial damage onto the 430U. Twilight, he survived for a bit longer, but then also good performance from Hit. We are loading into the second round, and we see a bit of a different approach. Barbarian in the Forge B. We see triple BZ, a Type 5, and an E4 played by Panzer. CASHBACK picked also a bit of a different lineup, using a mouse and a BZ, a T57, a Type, Liberty in the 140, and 2 E4s. Do you have a preference?
Not sure actually between the two. Maybe CASHBACKs, because I don't like the BZs that much.
Same. I mean, I feel like the Porsche B is definitely a tank that can have great impact. And we saw, I think it was also Barbarian on Ensk, having like a clip where he did like full 6 out of 6 and then healed like 1800 after surviving like with 90 HP or something like that. But it's definitely a risk using this tank against the high alpha tanks that can't really be bursted like a Type 5. Initial shots coming in from the 140 onto Vladislav. But oh wait, I think Tisek just in time reset Brainbreaker there. He took quite some damage, but initial trades not too bad. Monster now taking one as well, so no strike for now for CASHBACK, but CASHBACK is closing in and the Foch is still a bit out of game.
Yeah, the Foch will come in soon though, as CASHBACK is trying to overrun this position, but there's 3 tanks on zero line, Phil. Like, for CASHBACK, digging through those 3 tanks is going to be near impossible. The 140 is the most important one. He needs to keep his HP. Liberty in his 140 respectively. He's getting some good shots though from that little pocket position there, which seems for him to be relatively safe. And Barbarian now with the Foch B, backing off, reloading. Doesn't know how to get in, and it seems like Liberty is actually having a really good position against those guys.
Yeah, I mean, Liberty is constantly dealing damage as well onto Monster. The HP is still in favor of Hit and Run, roughly 2k up. Now you can see Punch Fury and Twilight exchanging fire as well. Monster and Brainbreaker joining the fray. And after the dust has settled, we are down to roughly 2k HP difference again in favor of Hit and Run.
Now, Barbarian moving in with the Forge B, pressures away Liberty, who was in that position that was doing quite a good amount of damage towards the zero line tanks. He's now going to move back there as Barbarian has run out of ammunition.
Oh, look at the T-57. Like, the T-57 is down to 200 HP.
Not just the T-57, Brainbreaker down towards the one-shot as well, and here comes the repush. Ketsai again leading the charge together with DJ. When Monster in quick support as well, Panzer Fury finding some shots as well. Franak goes down though, that's important. That is the Inspire out, and Panzer Fury falls as well against Vladislav, who was a one-shot E4 holding in the back. Panzer Fury peaks the angle and ends up dying. Barbarian now coming in swinging with his Forge B, wants to find something, but what can he get? He's clipping out onto his Twilight, but those are some non-connections actually coming out, now taking a lot of damage, forced back. Aka with a good shield in the mouse as well, keeping his Type 5 alive. Ketsai will finally pick it up as Monster finds Vladislav, but the biggest problem right now is that the Inspire is gone, and it's also removing those possibilities to kill those low HP tanks with only one shot. And now Liberty seems to be moving in with his Object 140 himself, wants to find something, but it's got to be careful not to overextend. Mindbreaker though finds a good angle against Monster in the Type 5 before he's able to get on towards Liberty.
Yeah, DJ and Ketsai like bit sandwiched here. Liberty and Aka doing a good job. Barbarian dropping a lot of HP, but if he survives there, you can see the heal will come in, and that Force B has still 6 shots in the chamber.
Yeah, but Little has one more as well, and Barbarian's not healed past the one shot just yet, and he will not heal past it either. And with him falling, with the death of Barbarian, I think the game will fall as well. Very crucial connections there from the players from CASHBACK. 3 one-shots left standing, but they will bring it across the finish line. The fact that Barbarian did not heal just enough, and the fact that the players from CASHBACK on one-shot got some good kills, drags them across the finish line. 327 combined HP. So, all in all, a good round from Liberty in the 140. We saw him on zero line get some really good shots out, and he continued that throughout the match. 7.4 in Object 140, even with the buffed alpha. It's a very, very impressive result for Ensk.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see, obviously, everyone dealing quite some damage, considering that a lot of high HP tanks are in the game. Yeah, I mean, we are about to load into the game, and it looks like Hit and Run sticking to their BZ75s. They picked 3 of those. Monster in the CS63, double E50M, and Franik in his 140. Liberty switched to a light tank, so an RHM combined with the STRV by little. I think we saw that many times. Brainbreaker in the IS-7 and 4 times E50M.
In return, 140, W50M, CS63, and triple BZ for hit and run, so DPM and vision advantage for CASHBACK, but for hit and run, they're really going to have to utilize those BZs very, very well.
Yeah, I mean, they come in with roughly 2k HP advantage, but I feel like if the BZs don't get to fight, then this is sometimes not really something that you can make good use of. Well, especially if your CS starts with -800.
Monster can take the strike, and they can't really stop him from it either. They don't have anybody in the position at like J8, J9 to counter that. And now Barbarian, losing some HP as well from dropping off, does get spotted out though, together with DJ. They're moving on towards Brainbreaker, who's in a tough position. Now, hit and run might find this I7. Brainbreaker trying to escape. He'll move alongside that edge to a safer position potentially. He's trying to stay alive. He's still pushing forward into the CS63 of Monster, who's in a little bit of trouble as well. And I think Monster did not even realize what the I7 was doing. He needs some help.
Yeah, and there are a lot of guns aimed towards him. I think the BZ will shoot him, and the I7 will push him out of cover, and that's a really good kill pickup.
Yeah, Brainbreaker making a great play there, bypassing the BZs, and because of that is able to get on towards Monster, who looked honestly confused. The fact that the I7 got so far. A great play on towards Franek. Finds 2 shots as well on towards that 140. A third one getting added as he goes D-spot. The Brainbreaker still staying alive. Both BZs now moving back to find Brainbreaker. But he has paid off his life and then some.
Yeah, I mean, the HPs are fairly even now with Barbarian coming in. Brainbreaker's days should be counted. But as you mentioned, Monster was already picked up. So this will only equalize the guns. I think the DJ just bounced, yeah, the repush is coming as well. You can see the strike kind of wasted actually. And Barbarian and DJ will have a tough time because Franek and Tisek are quite a bit away.
Yeah, DJ boosts back around the corner. Mindbreaker is the focus. He will go down towards the one-shot rather quickly. Panzer Fury coming in with E50 as well, but Mindbreaker picks a good position as well. That little cubby keeping him alive, so Tisek needs to transition on towards Twilight, and he does so successfully. But all this has been happening. Liberty finds a kill with the strike. Ketsai in the middle of the map, not able to contribute too much because every peek he makes gets punished by the STRV. In the back, Panzer Fury and Tisek now cleaning up Mindbreaker, but Vladislav still in another defensive position covered by the STRV as well, and it's double HP for CASHBACK, and you can see Ketsai going down towards the one shot as well. That's the STRV and RHM doing the work, and a lot of chaos in the middle of the map there for hit and run, and definitely a wasted strike that could have done so much more.
Yeah, I mean, bit of a misplay and miscommunication there as well. First DJ bouncing his shot and then not being able to pick up the kill, then Barbarian takes the kill and the strike just goes into emptiness. But also, overall, I have to say, pushing with 2 BZs onto an IS-7 just takes so much time to kill the IS-7. Yes, Brainbreaker did a good job basically juggling around this ridge line, staying alive and providing spots onto anyone that wants to shoot him. And all those things, but like, how many shots do you need with BZs to kill an IS-7? It's like 3 salvos, right?
Yeah, roughly 3 salvos. I think a bigger...
So one shot misses and then you don't even have the damage.
I think a bigger issue there is Monster not being aware enough of surroundings. You know, like, Brainbreaker's allowed to push him and kill Monster. An extra gun would be very important in that fight, and I think Monster could have avoided that as well. Like, he definitely could have left the rock at some point where with the strike and stayed alive, and then hit and run. You know, they kill an IS-7 relatively for free and play from a 7v6 where CASHBACK is repushing. But now, you know, they're playing in a 7v6. They have to kill the IS-7. By the time the IS-7 dies, they're already repushing back in. So they're always trailing because of it.
Looking at the post-game stats, I mean, there's just not enough damage dealt by especially those tanks that you mentioned. Monster going down, I think the first one to be picked up. And then as well, Ketsai and the E50M not being able to fully dish out the damage that you would expect from an E50M. Yeah, Franek staying alive, but that didn't help in the end either.
No, it's tough to play the game always down a gun, basically. And that puts CASHBACK on match point, and more of all, it puts CASHBACK on match point with a better side of Sun River.
Yeah, and I mean, take a look at Brainbreaker's damage. Like, he was the one that was supposedly the kill pickup at the beginning. Like 3.7k damage is definitely something that made the IS-7 very much worth it, and like 1,500 spotting as well.
But you can't count hit and run out too early. They're going to be opting to play this battle with a BZ, an AX, no, double BZ, an AX, triple E50M, and an RHM.
Yeah, I'm not very convinced of this double BZ, but CASHBACK is bringing the same, combining with a CS, double E50M, a 140, and an STRV. So this time CASHBACK without the light tank, Liberty picking the Inspire tank, so a bit more of a fighting setup. Which lineup do you prefer? Would you say there's an advantage for either of the teams?
I mean, hit and run has the light, which can be very potent. I just think that CASHBACK's lineup can be very aggressive very early on, and if they don't give the light a way in, it can do extremely, extremely well. Because the light needs the right game, you know. If he doesn't get the right game, it will be very hard for him. And so far, Ketsai starts off pretty strong, spotting out Aka.
Good damage onto Aka.
Yeah, Aka takes 1,500 damage. Little gets spotted out as well by the plane. So tremendous stuff so far in the beginning for the light. This middle push is being spotted as well, and it's pushing into 4 guns in the middle of the map for hit and run. That's the fact. There's no info available for CASHBACK, so they will make it into positions, but look how much damage they've received already for this play.
Yeah, 5k HP difference, and you can see the important task is as well to keep the STRV spotted. The light tank doing a great job there. Little dropping to 900 damage, and I think Hit is already thinking about a repush here.
I mean, they can, to be honest. It's double BZ kind of stuck. There is a 140 covering, Mindbreaker from the church as well, so it has to be clean, because 4,000 HP is something you can turn around in Onslaught. Little needs to be careful as well in his STRV. They're down towards 900 HP already. Aka will find Cat's Eye and find the reset as well, so that's good damage there, but it gets spotted out in return. Brainbreaker and Twilight trading it out well as well, and now it's 3,000. Used to be 4, now it's 3, so far the trade's going Cashback's way. Vladislav taking a strike as well. Little still needs to be careful in the SCRV. I think he's even getting shot from the K-line. Barbarian now coming in with Panzer Fury, with DJ for the repush. Twilight trying to keep Brainbreaker alive for another shot, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. If not, he will fall before that. I don't even know if either of them will get a shot anymore. Twilight turning the turret, they both get it still. Minus 1.4 on Barbarian, but look at the HP of Cashback as the double BZ fall. The rest of the tanks are under a lot of pressure as well. It's still a healthy lead for Hit and Run, who are now continuing down the middle of the map, but also, more importantly, they control the upper side there with the E50M coming in from behind.
Yeah, but now it's very important that they trade something for those double tanks here in the valley. You can see Aka picking up the double kill immediately, but dropping to 90 HP himself. T-Sec picking up the next kill, and Cashback down to 3 vehicles. Make that 2.
As now Mindbreaker and Vladislav, the last 2 standing. The initial lead that Hit and Run built, just too massive to overcome. Monster looking to potentially lose his 1v1 here, although if he rams Vladislav, then Vladislav will definitely win it. He needs like a slight nudge, you know, to be able to win that. Not a full-on ram, but it's not going to change anything. It will be a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and I think I predicted a tiebreaker.
You did.
Think we went with 3-2. But yeah, it can still go either way. Cashback definitely not a team putting some pressure onto Cashback, and well deserved the second round of Sand River.
Yeah, they played it out very well, and the SCRV and the CS indeed are on the bottom of the board. It kind of expected because they got outplayed in the beginning by that light tank advantage. I mean, the light really paid off though in that battle. Spots the CS, the CS takes damage, then uses the plane, Little gets spotted out, and probably they don't push middle if Little was able to take the information tower, you know, because they would see 4 tanks, they would stop and transition to K-line, but now without info, you're kind of stuck to continuing.
Yeah, and I think it was the 4th time now that we saw this BZ middle push, and yeah, the 4th time it not being successful, but as we had already teased that Muravanka, Ghost Town, Siegfried Line and Westfield were banned. That left Pilsen as the tiebreaker map. Yeah, I guess it's also a matter of like matter when certain tanks, I mean, you can't really drive with the type onto like the 8-9 line. It would be a bit slow. I would very much take this Gorilla pick with a grain of salt, because we have not reached the end of the countdown.
Wouldn't be the first time we see a Gorilla on Pilsen though. You can position towards the K-line.
5 BZs, those are definitely good targets for a Gorilla. Little picking a Batchat, a 140 for Cashback as well.
It's definitely not the first time.
Okay, so pushing power and brawling for Cashback, with Hit and Run basically coming with a more all-rounder, a bit of everything style.
Basically, you can put the Gorilla on the K-line first and aim him down the 4-5 line. That's what we've seen before with it, or on the 4 line where he's going now. And you just kind of aim for somebody taking the middle strike.
Mm-hmm. But it seems like he will be supporting Barbarian.
They're in trouble.
In this,
they're in a lot of trouble right now. The spot is super late. The cap has started super early, and they got a Gorilla. And they're capping from the inside.
Oof, and take a look at the damage onto the T-57. I think he just got double tracked
Less than expected.
He puts damage back. So I guess it was fairly okay. But that also bought them the time to take care of the decaps, because he was firing onto Aka, who was in the cap. Now the push is coming. It's a triple BZ. There's a strike as well coming on either side, and I think Franek will be the first one to be targeted.
Well, Twilight peeking out, taking a lot of damage already. I think Monster with the Gorilla just clapping somebody for 1k. Doesn't get spotted out for it either. Brainbreaker down towards a 1-shot altogether for this. And now comes the second angle of attack, but this one is so late compared to the rest of their team. Cashback driving through, trying to find something. Mindbreaker will find Franek, but Twilight will fall, and it's 2 of them dead already. It seems like Cashback had numerous numerous ideas of how to play this at the same time, but it can still recover as they are chasing down Panzer Fury, the left behind BZ-75, but they still have to overcome the Guerrilla and the light and hit and run with a tremendous amount of positions.
Yeah, you can see the HP advantage is 2000, but this HP is also situated on the Guerrilla, which cannot really share its HP. Having HP on the light tank is, I think, a good thing, because, you know, the light tank has a lot of options to maneuver in the end game. The Force B as well, being pretty healthy. There's one tank, which is the BZ, which is a potential weak spot, but with the healing ability, he will also be able to withstand quite some aggression, even with some capture happening onto the strike. It's 5 against 5 tanks, so in that regard, neither has an advantage. But from what the HP bars at the very top tell me, I would say hit so far with more damage dealt.
I don't think that this game will come down to damage dealt, though. I mean, Liberty finds a good shot against TSEC. Barbarian spots out Little, though. And because of that, Little ends up taking some damage, and he's got to be careful from a potential plane. He doesn't know that Katsai doesn't have one.
Yeah, you can see DJ just used his heal ability and now is back to like 1.8k. The Guerrilla has relocated onto the balcony position. I'm not sure if he will take a shot there, because it's quite risky getting spotted on the balcony. Just taking like some potential pixel shot onto a BZ Capolar. Good shooting by Katsai. Katsai got spotted, and I think Liberty might actually be able to hunt him down.
Well, Liberty needs to be careful from the Guerrilla, though. You can see Monster aiming with ability as well. Liberty still spotted for a little while longer, now crossing over. Monster turns and shoots and hits for a 1077 damage, and a shot from the IHM connecting as well puts him right below half his HP on that object, 140, and that was painful. Yeah, the Guerrilla, great at snapping those kind of shots.
Yeah, and obviously with DJ being there now as well, unspotted, this is very dangerous for Liberty.
Do they have one strike available? Liberty needs to be careful. He's about to run into DJ and Katsai. He's playing kind of hold on, I think they're on towards that 0 line. But he's getting pushed upon. Little is dead actually in the batch shot. The strike coming in. Katsai not connecting the shot, so Liberty with an opportunity here. He misses one as well. Katsai now pulling forward. There's no support for this object. 140 right now. Katsai missing again though. The Guerrilla is going to hit one more for 1.1k, and now Katsai will finish off the Little 140 of Liberty, and it's the dying moments actually from CASHBACK in this final play day of the first phase. It's going to be hit and run, closing it out with a victory, more likely than not.
Yeah, Vladislav has now the advantage in terms of firing reload, but yeah, you just saw it. He bounced his shot. Monster with another good shot in the Guerrilla. Definitely a standout performance by him. But this kind of tanks are always being facilitated by good spotting as well. The strikes pick up DJ, but I don't think that will make a big difference. Monster, another good connection into Aka. One tank left for CASHBACK, and that's 2 points on my prediction sheet.
Yeah, evening it out, Phil. Congratulations.
Indeed.
But good stuff there from Hit and Run, but for CASHBACK, got to think back to that push out of the cap. Some players, I think, had a different understanding there for a second, because there's no way that the two of them were supposed to push in first and then only the other 4 arrive. If they did this synchro push with all of them at the same time, I think that they could have caught the same amount of tanks they did, but not lose 2 so free.
Yeah, I mean, it was also a matter of both BZs put in one shot into the T-57, and then the T-57 was, well, if I'm double tracked here anyway, let me just give you 4 back in return. And because he was able to put the damage in, he also kind of like reduced the pressure that they got from the cap circle, because the BZs were the ones capping, right?
Yeah, the BZs were good damage though from both Barbarian and Monster. 7k and 5.8. I mean, DJ doing well as well, but the Forge B always performing for Barbarian, but the Guerrilla doing more than expected in this kind of battle.
Yeah, I mean, it dragged out quite a bit in the end, so it was not the shortest battle. If you have the opportunities with the Guerrilla, obviously, that's very nice. But overall, Good stuff by Hit and Run, and also nice like variation of Pilsen, a bit of creativity, a bit of innovation from the new top of the table. But later today we'll still have matches with Mafia and Weekend, and as Hit and Run only secured 2 points in the split victory,